Hello, Ms. Buchanan's Algebra 1A class. I'm looking at the standard form word problems assignment, and there's just this one page. And I'm also going to be looking at the test review, which was an image of a couple of pages that stands as your test review. And I want to go through at least the every other problem. And let's start with number 6 here. The admission fee at a small fair is $1.50 for children and $4 for adults. On a certain day, $5,050 is collected. If 1,000 adults attended the fair, write and solve a linear equation to find the number of children that attended. And we're doing standard form applications, so ax plus by equals c. So I made paired up with my x the price for children, and I have the price for adults here. And you can see that there were 1,000 adults, so my y I know is going to be 1,000. I just need to figure out my x, the number of children. So I multiply the $4 by 1,000 and get 4,000. I subtract 4,000 from both sides in order to get the 150x by itself. Then I divide both sides by 150 to get the x by itself, and I end up with 700 children. And please pause this as needed as I move forward. Number 8, a roadside vegetable stand sells pumpkins for $5 each and tomatoes for $3 each. The total sales on a certain day was $98. If they sold 10 pumpkins, write and solve a linear equation to find the number of tomatoes sold. So I have $5 for each pumpkin, $3 for each tomato, and it all equaled $98. They sold 10 of those pumpkins. How many tomatoes? Y is what I'm going to solve for. So 5 times 10 is 50. I subtract 50 from both sides, and then I divide both sides by 3 in order to get y by itself, and that would be 16 tomatoes. And then number 10, you are buying the hamburgers and chicken for a party. The hamburgers cost $2.75 per pound, and the chicken is $3.50 per pound. If you have $75 to spend, write and solve a linear equation to find how many pounds of chicken you can afford if you buy 12 pounds of hamburgers. So, $2.75 for the hamburger, $3.50 for the chicken, and you got $75 to spend. There are 12 pounds of hamburger already bought, so that would be 33. 2.75 times 12 is 33. I subtract 33 from both sides to get the 350y by itself. I divide both sides by 350 in order to get the y by itself, and that tells me 12 pounds of chicken also. So you can get 12 pounds of chicken and 12 pounds of hamburgers. Okay, moving to the test review. And it was kind of hard to see. Hopefully you were able to see it just by zooming in on it. But I want to take a look at number 1. The directions are to write the slope-intercept form of the equation of each line given the slope and y-intercept. So remember, slope-intercept form is going to be y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So the slope is this and the y-intercept is this. So we just plug that in. This is my slope and 4 was my y-intercept. Just put it in where you have m and the y-intercept. It's as easy as that. Number 3, here's my slope, here's my y-intercept. Just plug it in. So, it's y equals mx plus b. This is my b. This is my m. And so my b is a -4, so it's got to be -4. Taking a look at these two, we're writing the slope intercept form of the equation of each line. I'm jumping over to number 5. You see the y-intercept is 2, and the slope is going to be down 2 over, I got to change this, down 3, 1, 2, 3, because I was looking on the screen and it was unclear. So down 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, if I count point to point. where it intersects perfectly a horizontal and vertical line, down 3 over 4. So this should be down 3 over 4. So down is negative, so down 3 over 4, x plus 2. The 2 is my y-intercept. Okay, this one's going to be, your y-intercept is -1, so it's going to end up with -1. And your slope, let's start here, and it goes to, looks like here. So down 3 over 2. So down 3 over 2, x minus 1, y equals, so there it is for number 4. Did a little extra for you at no charge. Number 7, this we just have to get y by itself, so it looks like y equals mx plus b, y equals mx plus b. So I got to put the 2x over here, so that's subtracting 2x from both sides. So we have y equals -2x plus 3. And then number 9, we're going to use point slope form, because we have a point and we have a slope, right? So the point slope form, remember, I mean, it was written like this, if you look it up, x minus x1, like that. But I already, subtract, I add a y1 to both sides in order to get y by itself. Saves you some work, so that's what I have here, y by itself. You might want to, rewind that and take a look at that again, just so I have y by itself to begin with. Okay, my slope, they said was -2, and here's my points, my x and my y. So my x and my y1, so my x1 and y1 is where I put that 1 and the -3, bada boom, bada bing, and I end up with y equals -2x minus 5. Distributive property, -2 times x is -2x, and -2 times 1 is -2, and I still have this -3 back here, which was my y. Okay, my y1. -2 minus 3 is -5. Okay, so there we have number 9. And then there was a second page, and I went with number 31. At Smith Mountain Lake Boat Rentals, it costs $25 an hour to rent a pontoon boat plus one-time charge for cleaning. The Bengal family rented a boat from 11 to 6:30 p.m. and paid $226.50. So that's these guys. They paid that much, and they did it for 7.5 hours, times the 25, subtract 187.5 to each side, and you figure out that the one-time charge for cleaning is $39, because they don't give you that. That would be your y-intercept, 39. Okay, so with that in mind, if the Jones family rented the boat from 8 to 1, how much did they pay? Well, 8 to 1 is 5 hours, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we know now that cleaning fee, that B, is 39. So I just take 25 times 5 plus 39, and you get 164. Number 2, at a pet store, it costs $5 to wash a cat and $7.50 to wash a dog. Last week, the store made $60 from washing cats and dogs. If 6 cats were washed, write and solve the linear equation to find out how many dogs were washed. Okay, so $5 per cat, $7.50 per dog, equaled $60 altogether that week. So we had 6 cats, so we know 6 times 5, that's $30 right there. So 30, we subtract 30 from both sides to get $7.50 by itself. Divide that 60 minus 30 is 30. Divide 30 by $7.50, and you find out that was 4 dogs worth. Okay, hopefully this helps on those 2 assignments, and good luck.